The hidden scar. Maggie hurried into the bathroom as fast as her legs could carry her. She knew it was wrong to hold in her pee, but what she had been doing was important. Maggie heaved a huge sigh of relief as she emptied the contents of her bladder in the loo. She had just finished washing her hands when she heard whispers coming from one of the stalls in the bathroom. Maggie was not one to eavesdrop, but she found herself opening her ears wider so she could hear what was being said. It was no surprise when Maggie heard her name being mentioned in the conversation. Maggie was already used to being teased about her scar, and hearing Rachel and Gwen make fun of her wasn't anything new to her. Maggie, however, felt uncomfortable because they both felt she didn't deserve to be the vice president of the company because she had a limp. She knew she always worked hard at her job, and that was why she had been recommended for such a position alongside Mark. Maggie looked at her artificial leg and felt sadness begin to creep in. It was not her fault that she didn't have a leg, and despite keeping the reason for her limping a secret, it still hurt to hear people like Rachel and Gwen talk about her. Maggie pretended to be washing her hands when she heard the door to the stalls open. She saw Rachel and Gwen head towards the sink and put a smile on her face.
Max, have you thought about living under a rock?
Rachel said with a big grin on her face too.
No, I have not, Rachel.
Maggie said as she rolled her eyes.
Well, you should. I don't see why you should make everybody's life miserable by still being here. Tell the boss to make me the vice president of the company and not you. You know I deserve it more.
Rachel said arrogantly.
I strongly agree with her, and I believe everyone in this company agrees with Rachel too.
Gwen added in support. Maggie looked at both Gwen and Rachel in shock and silently walked out of the bathroom. She didn't want to believe that everyone in the company felt that way, as Maggie had always gone all out for her coworkers, and had often slept in the office to help them out whenever they needed to work overtime. Maggie felt sad as she walked towards her desk. She knew she couldn't continue like this anymore and decided to have a talk with her boss.
Maggie, come inside.
Kim said as soon as she saw her. Maggie was at her door.
I hope I am not interrupting anything important?
Maggie asked her boss as she took her seat.
Not at all, Maggie. I was going to talk to you about something actually. Is something wrong? You don't look fine.
Not really. I would like to make a request to opt out from being the vice president of the company.
What? Why?
I just feel someone like Rachel is better suited. She is very pretty and also works hard.
Did she put you up to this?
Kim said angrily as she got up from her seat.
No, not at all.
Maggie quickly said.
Do you know why I chose you?
No, ma'am.
Maggie quickly said.
I choose you because you were the right person to represent our brand. You worked very hard throughout the years, and you are one of the people who made the company what it is today. Even after losing your sister in the car accident that also destroyed your legs, you still remained diligent. I plan on giving the company to you, Maggie, once I retire, and I need to be sure that you are confident in your abilities before that time comes.
Maggie stared in shock at her boss's confession. She couldn't believe her ears. She had always defined herself by what other people thought of her and had battled with depression. Hearing this, however, made her feel so proud of herself.
You know what?
Kim said as she grabbed her phone from the table. Maggie followed behind closely as Kim called for a staff meeting.
As of today, Maggie becomes the acting CEO of this company and Mark becomes the vice president.
Maggie looked around to see the shocked expression on the faces of her colleagues and couldn't blame them.
I would also like to address the terrible teasing and jokes that goes around in this office. I have kept quiet long enough, and I would not stand for workplace bullying. This office is meant to be a safe place for many of you, and I would hate for you all to work in division. Rachel and Gwen, you are given a suspension of 2 weeks for belittling your superior and questioning my decision. I would like to fire you, but Maggie doesn't want that. I would like you two to use this period to learn how to be kind with your words. The same goes for everyone in this office.
In weeks to come, the dynamics of things changed in the office. Maggie received a lot of apology gifts, and people became more considerate of each other's feelings.